It's Madden NFL 24, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Commanders coming up next.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now, Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll start the drive with Wilson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Tua going to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Here's Higgins out on the right side. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Catch made right side by Wilson. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And the first possession isn't until the 2nd quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, 1 possession, 1 drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6.
Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now 2nd and 5.
At the 42-yard line.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him the first down. Purdy looking to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Play action, now Purdy. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the gun, it's Tua. Out route to Hill, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down. Now Tua. And a completion to Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
First down, Miami.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Purdy now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Purdy. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Sly able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
All right,
so
Brandon, thanks very much. Things
is your
definitely
game.
getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So this one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10. And throwing here, Purdy. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now an option play on 2nd down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at their 49-yard line.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive.
Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Purdy. Pressure comes and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. Well, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out come the Dolphins now. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Tua now on 1st down. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
You still hold your breath when there's a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And the Dolphins gets home. Down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Purdy. The throw left sideline falls incomplete. Here's Tressway now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this returnable for Hill. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So Tua and the Dolphins down 6-3. A minute 52 to play. Throwing Tua. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now Tua. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his head. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for Washington, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Miami, they lose their 9th game on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.